Hi learners, welcome to the today's topic. Our today's topic is data mining systems. Myself Priyanka Gupta, I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Data Science at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So today we will learn about what are the data mining systems, what are the different classifications according to that, right? So in that, I'll complete the classification according to the mine databases, information retrieved, the kind of techniques used, on the basis of kind of technique used, on the basis of adopted applications. I'll also cover in that integrated systems, integrated schemes, and there are four of types. That is no coupling, loose coupling, semi-type coupling, and strong coupling. So let's start. So till date, we have covered the data warehousing, different algorithm in data warehousing, how the data warehouse is going to be managed from the different techniques. We have also seen some of the servers, some of the methods on that, OLTP server, how the data is going to manage on the different tiers. And our today's topic is data mining systems. So what is the difference into the data warehouse and data mining? So basically, the data warehouse is nothing but the warehouse of data. That is, the some of the live data, a transactional data is going to be stored, right? And what is data mining? Data mining is nothing that is basically a technique to retrieve the sum of the data from that data warehouse. So on the basis of the sum of the we can say application, sum of the functionality, we are going to make a data mining system. So we'll talk about today data mining system that is going to discover some of the useful pattern. We can say why we are seeing useful patterns, because the sum of the useful information we are going to mine from the data warehouse. So pattern is nothing but the trend of the sum of the data, right? We are going to also extract the sum of the useful information from the data. So on the basis of some of the facts from the data warehouse, we are going to mine these are the different patterns and useful information. So data mining is a system that is having the aim to retrieve that data and as well as the pattern from the these are the database system and as well as from the data warehouse. So here we have seen the example of database. So the database usually that is nothing but the historical, that is, so it's, here the historical type of data will be saved, as well as in the data warehouse system, the live data, we can say the transactional data will be saved, the business data will be saved. So the data mining system is nowadays very popular, that is going into the some of the different industries. Why they are going to implement the data warehouse? So on the basis of some of the algorithm, some of the queries, some of the some of the methods, they are going to retrieve these of the data into the useful, we can say some type of forms, some of the on the basis of query we will be get some of the results, right? We can also retrieve some of the patterns. So the patterns we can also visualize into the form of representations, right? So the aim is to get the sum of the pattern and trend as well as some of the information from the data warehouse system. So we are going to apply some of the data mining techniques on that while we are data mining system on the data warehouse system. So the data mining technique is nothing but some of the techniques, on the basis of that we can retrieve some of the information, some of the pattern are trained from the data warehouse system, right? So on the basis of that, we can also apply some of the machine learning algorithm as on these of the models to get the some of the available data, some of the data from the data warehouse. So basically, the data mining is nothing but the interdisciplinary field. So uh, uh, for to store the data can be of any type, right? That can be of any type. The business industry can be of any type. That can be of they can be from the we can say medical. They can be from the different like medical. They can be from the different we can say electronics. So from the different fields, the user is going to use the different data. So the industry is going to make a data warehouse. So the data mining system will be of many types. That is going to store the data in the form of many types, right? So that will be on the basis of database system. So the data mining will use the some of the disciplines that are database system, that can be of statics, that can be of machine learning, that can be of visualization and information side. So the data mining system is going to use these of the different domains to apply the different algorithm and techniques, right? So to get the desired results or patterns. So on the basis of this, we can say the data mining is research is going to expect some of the large variety of data, large variety of data, large variety of data. So that large variety of data will be stored onto the data warehouse. So in the data warehouse, the data can be of any type, because the data mining is nothing but the system to retrieve the patterns from the any of the data warehouse system. So data mining systems. What are data mining systems? That are the system that is going to aim to discover the different patterns, right? As well as it is going to extract the useful information from the data warehouse. What are the facts recorded into the databases? What are the facts and records are recorded into the data warehouse? So a data mining system is nothing but it is a system that is going to achieve that is going to extract the different type of pattern, different type of trends, and it is also going to collect the information according to the different facts. From where? From the data warehouse, or we can say database systems, right? So that is widely used approach. So its objective is that it has to be applied into the various ML algorithms to compute descriptive models of the available data. So that is a widely adopted approach because we are using this system a lot in this day. So that is a approach that is having the objective to achieve to apply various ML algorithm, that is nothing but the machine learning algorithm. From that we have to train our computer, a machine, and that is going to give us the predicted output, predicted desired results, not desired, predicted results, right? So that is needed some of the algorithm to apply. So that is nothing but the machine learning algorithm. So for the data mining systems, the system objective is to achieve the various machine learning algorithm that is going to compute the descriptive model of the available data in the data warehouse, right? So the data mining is an interdisciplinary field. Why it is interdisciplinary? Because in the data warehouse, any type of data based system, the data can be of various types. it can be from the finance, it can be from the different industries. So that according to that, we are telling the data mining is the interdisciplinary field. So the confluence of a set of disciplines, including the database system, that is having the statistics, machine learning, visualization, and information science. So on the basis of these of the different discipline, the data mining is going to be completed. So that is nothing but the interdisciplinary field. So to achieve the data mining, data from the data warehouse, we need to include the different database systems. We will apply some of the statistical formulas. We are going to apply the machine learning algorithm. Although we have to visualize that pattern into the form of some of the useful information science. So because of the diversity of discipline contributing to data mining research is expected to generate a large variety of data mining system. So on the basis of these are the different fields, we can say different interdisciplinary subjects, the goal is the research is expected to generate a large variety of data mining systems, right? So data mining system is nothing but it is a interdisciplinary field. On that we have to achieve we are going to aspect a large variety of databases. So depending on the data mining approach techniques from other of the disciplines, we can say it may be applied such as neural network, fuzzy, a rough set, a theory knowledge, right? And we can also represent it into the visualization. So these are the some of the discipline. On the basis of that, the data mining approach and techniques will be used. On that, data mining techniques will be used. So it will be used for various applications like spatial data analysis, information retrieval, and as well as image analysis. So we can say the data mining approach used techniques from the different discipline, like we can say the neural network, fuzzy set, rough set, theory knowledge. It can be there. The representation of the pattern can be there for the various applications. So what are the applications can be? Like in brief, we can say the spatial type of data analysis can be there. What is spatial data analysis? That is nothing but the geotechnical data. Geographical data is the spatial data. So if we want to analyze that type of data, that is nothing but the spatial data analysis. There are information retrieval. So if we want to retrieve some of the patterns or some of the records from the data warehouse, that is nothing but the information retrieval. Image analysis, if we want to analyze some of the images, on the basis of that, we can apply the different data mining approaches. So, moreover, the data mining approach and techniques are nothing but the on the basis of discipline, it will be used for various applications. So, in this figure, we can see there are data mining adopted techniques from the different domains. So, the data mining on the data mining, the machine learning approach can be there, pattern recognition, visualization, algorithms, different algorithms, high performing computing, different applications, right? For this data mining, information retrieval, data warehouse, database system, and statistics. So these are the some domains. From that we can apply some of the data mining techniques. So therefore, it is very, very important to provide a clear classification of data mining systems, right? So, which on the basis of that can be helped potential users. That can help potential users, so they can they can differentiate between the such of the systems, and they can able to identify those for the best match on the basis of their needs, their results, their prediction. So it is important to provide a clear classification of database data mining systems. So on the basis of that, the users, different end users, they will be able to identify such systems, and they can have the particular match, and they can have the desired result, right? So data mining systems can be classified into the following points: the database technology, statistics, machine learning, is information science, visualization, and other discipline. So these are the data mining system, right? So in this figure we can see that for the same, the data mining system is nothing but the combination of the visualization, information science, database technology, statistics, and machine learning, and other of the disciplines, other of the domain knowledge, right? We can say data mining system can be classified into the following on the basis of the different classifications. So we can classify this system on the basis of the database, on the basis of information, and other or. So first is classification according to the form of mined databases. If the classification we are going to do on the which we have the data we have mined from the any of the database system. So the data mining system can be graded according to the type of mined databases. For that, it is possible to differentiate different database systems, right, according to the various of the parameters. So what are the parameters? Such as data models, we can say data types, we can say programs involved in that. So that can be some of the parameters, each of which they may include its own technique for the data mining. So what is this? Basically, the mined data that will be on the basis of that we will be the database system will be able to achieve the they will be able to differentiate the database systems according to the different parameters. In that, it will be able to do their own data mining for the same, right? So accordingly, data mining programs can be categorized according to that. Second is classification according to the forms of information derived, information retrieved. So the data mining system can be classified into the kind of information they got. So on the basis of functionalities of the data mining system. So what are the functionalities are there? Characterization, discrimination, analysis of interaction and similarity, grouping of data, estimation, clustering, outlier analysis, and analysis of evaluation analysis. So on the basis of these are the functionality of data mining, the data mining system will be able to classify the information, right? So that is nothing but that is based on the information retrieved from the database or data warehouse. We can say a robust data mining framework that normally offers several of the functionality or combined functionality for data mining, right? So we can say if there is some data mining framework that can have the some of the functionality, either they can have the combination of these some of the functionality for data mining. Sometimes we may define a method of data mining according to the form of retrieval, form of information retrieval that we are going to extract. So on the basis of that may define a method, right? So On the basis of that, that is suggesting that the data mining system is categorized on the basis of the features. So what are the features? Characterization, discrimination also, correlation study and interaction some of the time classifying, classification, some of the time forecasting a prediction, some of the time review of outlier analysis, some of the time study of evaluation. On the basis of evaluation we are going to analyze. So these are the some data mining, these are the some features. On the basis of that, data mining system can be categorized further. So third classification is classification by the kind of technique we are going to use. So the level of user interaction, we can see data processing method that is going to involve the going to require this method, right? So the what are the level of user is there, user interaction level is there, what are the different data processing methods are there that is going to involve this methodology. So what are the technique is going to be used for data mining. So for example, if example will take artificial intelligence, artificial learning, simulation, pattern recognition, some of the times a neural network, some of the times database oriented and data warehouse oriented techniques. So the techniques different we are using for that can be of these are the types. That can be pattern recognition, that can be artificial neural network, that can be database oriented system techniques, right? So on the basis of that, we will able to gather the information. So fourth classification is classification according to the adopted applications. What are the applications we have adopted? On the basis of that, we can classify the data mining system. So the data mining system can also be classified according to the adopted application. For instance, it is possible to adopt data mining especially for banking, for telecommunications, for DNA, for the capital market, for the email and so on examples. So we can say, for example, that is the possibility in the different applications like banking, for telecom, for DNA, for stock exchange, for the different email data. These are the applications can be used for to classify the this particular data mining system, right? So the application oriented approach is also will be used for various applications. So on the basis of these of the applications, we can say the various applications is going to adopted by the application oriented approach, right? So we can also say some of the times, therefore domain specific mining activities sometimes could not suit a standardized all possible purpose data mining method. So some of the time the domain specific mining activity that could not suit a standardized system, standardized method technique. So for example, the same example is there what I have told, that it will be used for artificial learning, simulation, pattern recognition, neural network and data oriented techniques. So these are the applications are as follows. On the basis of that, we'll be able to identify the data mining systems. So some of there are finance, communications, DNA, stock market and email. So in the data mining systems, some of the integration schemes are there. Some of the integration scheme. So what are these? We'll go into the deep. So there are some of the integration schemes are there. I'll tell. So first is no coupling. So in the data mining method, that is that does not use any type of database as well as data warehouse feature. So it only going to extract the data from a given source. So in this type of integration scheme, the data mining method that don't use the database data warehouse features. It only going to extract the data, retrieve the data from the given source. What are the different sources are there? From there it will fetch the data, and then it use the certain data mining algorithm to process this type of data. So what do we mean by no coupling? In that, the data mining method that does not require the data warehouse data, it is directly going to fetch the data from the source itself, and after that it is going to apply the data mining algorithm on that to process that type of data, to mine that data from the different sources. So no warehouse and database system is required for that in no coupling. The outcome of the data mining it will be stored into the another file. It will be stored into the another file that will not be stored in the data warehouse and database system. The given source, and then it is going to use certain data mining algorithm to process the this type of data, right? So the outcome of that data mining will be stored into the another file, as I have said. Second integration scheme is loose coupling. Loose coupling. So in loose coupling, the data mining system, they may use for the some of the database. In that we can use some of the database. The system can use some of the database and data warehouse system to feature in the scheme. So what it does basically, it is going to collect the information from the different repository data that is managed by the data warehouse system as well as from the database systems. And after that, the system is going to perform the data mining techniques for to retrieve the information. So basically, the loose coupling is going to use the data warehouse and database system that is going to use some of the database, and after that it is going to extract some of the information from these repositories, and then it will perform some of the data mining algorithms to process the data to get the some of the information, useful information from that data warehouse or database system. So after that, it is going to store that data into the result of the mining from the database or data warehouse. We can say in a data warehouse, right? So in the form of a file, we can say in the form of any file a different data type. So it will be saved into the somewhat different locations, designated locations into the database system or data warehouse system. So that was the difference between the no coupling and loose coupling of the integration scheme. So the no coupling was in that the data mining system is going to retrieve the data directly from the source, and then that will apply that some of the data mining technique to retrieve the information. In the loose coupling, the data mining system is going to use some of the data from the data warehouse or database system, and then after that it is going to apply the different data mining techniques to retrieve the useful information, right? And it is going to store into the data warehouse itself, a database system itself. Third is semi-tight coupling. So in the integration scheme, the semi-tight coupling is there. So what is basically it is? In that the data mining method is connected to the database. It is connected to the warehouse. So through that semi-tight coupling, and in addition, powerful implementation of a few of the parameters, primitives of data mining can be given in the database. So what does it mean? It means the data mining method, it will be connected to the database, it will be connected to the data warehouse system on the basis of semi-tight coupling. In that, it will also have some of the powerful implementation of a few of the primitives, the primitives of data mining itself, and that will be given into the database. Fourth is strong coupling. So in the integration scheme, the fourth one is strong coupling. So what does it mean? In that, the data mining method will be easily merged into the data warehouse as well as in the database system. And after that, it will be a subsystem of data mining that will be treated as one functional element for the whole of the information system. So on the basis of that strong coupling, we can say in that the data mining method will be merged into the database itself, a data warehousing itself. That is going to apply the data mining methods directly onto the data warehouse or database systems, and that it can be works like a subsystem of data mining, and that it will be treated as one of the functional element of information system. So that is nothing but this is a information system for the data mining system that can work as a subsystem of data mining, because here the data is going to be merged into the main database system, and as well as in the, we can say some of the times, data warehouse system. So that the difference was there in the no coupling, semi-tight coupling, and strong coupling. So on the basis of the some of the criteria, we are going to apply the different data mining techniques, and after that we are going to achieve the useful information apart from directly from the data source or directly from the data warehouse, we can say, in database system. So that was all about the today's lecture. In that, I have covered the different data mining system on the basis of on the which of the fields data on the which of the related fields the data mining is going to be we can say differentiated. The second was the integration systems. So what are the different parameters are there? On the basis of that, the scheme will be applied as a 4 of the parts. So these are the two topics we have covered today. So we'll meet in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.